Good day everyone. Today I will be doing a video on organic chemistry, which is the 9th chapter of 10th standard ICSE chemistry. First of all, let's understand what do you mean by organic chemistry. Organic chemistry is a branch of chemistry which deals with the study of carbon and its compounds. And let's understand why is organic chemistry studied separately and why it is very important. Organic compounds are the important constituents of many products like paper, paints, food, plastic, milk, explosives, medicines, petrochemical, pesticides, polymers, etc. Remember, it doesn't include the oxides of carbon like carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and it does not include metallic carbonates or bicarbonates. So, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, metallic carbonates, metallic bicarbonates, all this we study under inorganic chemistry. Now, let's directly study the unique nature of carbon atom. So, already you know that organic chemistry is a study of carbon and its compounds. So, without carbon, organic compounds doesn't exist. Almost 10 millions of different carbon compounds exist because of its unique nature. So, unique nature of carbon atom. The first unique nature of carbon atom is tetravalency of carbon atom. So, as the name indicates, tetra is nothing but 4. Carbon is having the atomic number 6, electronic configuration 2, 4. The outermost electron is 4, so it is a non-metal. Remember, carbon doesn't lose electron or gain electron. It involves in sharing of electrons. That is nothing but covalent bonding takes place. That is nothing but mutual sharing of electrons takes place with other non-metals. You know that carbon needs how many more electrons? It needs 4 more electrons to attain octet structure. To attain that octet structure, carbon involves in covalent bonding. That is nothing but 4 covalent bonds are formed to attain octet structure. That is nothing but tetravalency. Let's look into the example, that is methane, which is already done in chemical bonding. So, methane is having the formula CH4. So, here carbon is having 4 outermost electrons. The dotted structure you can see here, 4 valence electrons. It needs 4 more electrons to attain stability. So, it involves in covalent bonding. So, here you can see it involves in covalent bonding or sharing with 4 hydrogen atoms. It involves in covalent bonding with 4 hydrogen atoms. So, you can see the final structure where 4 single covalent bond is formed between carbon and hydrogen. Let's look into the stick and ball model. So, in this stick and ball model, you can see the black color one is carbon and this white color stick is nothing but covalent bond and this white color ball is nothing but hydrogen. So, you can see carbon and 4 bonds here and 4 hydrogen atoms. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, this is nothing but methane structure. The second unique property is catenation. So, catenation is nothing but self-linking of carbon atoms. So, remember, it is nothing but self-linking of carbon atoms. So, here carbon atom is linked to one another by covalent bonding. So, here remember, it is linked by covalent bonding and it forms straight, branched and cyclic structure. By forming a covalent bonding, that is by self-linking, it forms straight, branched and cyclic structure. So, if you look into the stick and ball model, so this is nothing but carbon. Here there is a covalent bond, again carbon, again there is a bond and again there is a carbon. Like again you can see a structure means because of tetravalency it can go on bonding to one another and it can form a long chain. So this is nothing but a straight chain. So remember, Catenation is nothing but self-linking of atoms. That is, here we look into a carbon atom. So carbon atom is linked to one another by what type of bonding we should be knowing? By covalent bonding, and it forms straight, branched and cyclic structure. Let's look into the first one, that is straight chain. So here carbon is linked to one another. So carbon is linked by a single bond, single bond, single bond. It is linked. Now you have to satisfy the valency of this carbon now. So carbon, here one electron. So here one electron, here one electron, here one electron. 4 outermost electrons now. So this carbon is satisfied by one valency, we tell. So still how many more are remaining now? 1, 2, 3 are remaining. So you have to satisfy by 3 more. So it can be satisfied by hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen. So this carbon valency is satisfied. Coming to this carbon, one electron is satisfied. So this carbon's 2 electrons are satisfied. So 2 more, hydrogen, hydrogen. Here also hydrogen, 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 hydrogen here, and here hydrogen, hydrogen and hydrogen. So this is nothing but straight chain. So here you can see continuous carbon bond, carbon bond, carbon bond, carbon bond, carbon bond, carbon. So this becomes the straight chain. Next one is branch. Next one is branched. So here you can see in this stick and ball model. So this is straight. Carbon bond, carbon bond, carbon. So this is straight. To the middle atom, if one more carbon is attached, to the middle atom, one more carbon is attached like this. So this becomes the branch. If you take this as the tree, the main part, tree, to that branching, that is to the trunk, main trunk, branching. So this is nothing but branch chain, branched chain. So here carbon, 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 carbon. I'm going to attach one more carbon here. So this becomes branch chain. So here you have to satisfy the valency. By hydrogen, 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 hydrogen. So this carbon 1, 2, 3 already satisfied. It needs one more hydrogen. So here 2 more and here 3 more. So this is nothing but branched chain. Next one, you are having cyclic structure. Cyclic structure, you have to study benzene structure. Cyclic means it's nothing but closed structure. So this is carbon atom skeleton I have written here. So you have to satisfy the valency. This benzene has got alternate single and double bond here. 6 atoms you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon atoms you can see. Now let's satisfy the valency. This carbon is satisfied by 1, 2, 3. So one more here. 1 hydrogen, 1 hydrogen, 1 hydrogen and one more hydrogen. So this complete structure we call it as benzene structure. So this is the example for cyclic structure or its closed structure. Because of tetravalency and catenation, it forms single, double and triple bonds. The first one is single bond between carbon and carbon. So here I have taken 2 carbon atoms with a single bond. So here this carbon is satisfied by one valency and this carbon is satisfied by one valency. So this carbon needs 3 more valency and this carbon needs 3 more valency. So it is satisfied by one valency. By hydrogen, it is satisfied again. So 3 hydrogen atoms you can see. Hydrogen, hydrogen and hydrogen you can see. So here this carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. This carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. So each carbon has attained its octet structure. So that is nothing but single bond between carbon and carbon. So you can see the structure here. Black color balls you can see this is carbon and this is carbon. Between that you can see a single bond and this is hydrogen atom, white color one. This is covalent bonding, covalent bonding, covalent bonding, hydrogen atom, hydrogen atom. Same thing here, covalent bonding, covalent bonding, covalent bonding with hydrogen atom. That is nothing but single bonded. Next one is double bonded. This is same like oxygen molecule, whatever you have studied under chemical bonding, O2 molecule. So between carbon and carbon, you can see double bond. That means here one electron, here one electron, here one electron, and here one electron is there. So this 2 electron belongs to this carbon and this 2 electron belongs to this carbon. Now this carbon is satisfied by 1,2 valency. This carbon is satisfied by 2 valency. That means each carbon needs 2 more valency to be satisfied. So one bond here, one more. It is satisfied by hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen and hydrogen. So in this, clearly you can make out between the carbon atom, you can see 2 bonds. Between the carbon atom, you can see 2 bonds here, and you can see 2 hydrogen atoms attached. 2 hydrogen atoms attached. That is by covalent bonding. That is nothing but double bonded. The third one is triple bond. So between carbon and carbon, you can see triple bond. Here one electron, here one electron, here one electron, here one electron, here one electron. So this is same like nitrogen molecule, N2 molecule. So this carbon needs one more hydrogen and this also needs one more hydrogen to be satisfied. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It is satisfied. So look into the structure now. Carbon and carbon. So you can see 1, 2, 3 bonds here and 2 hydrogen bonds you can see. Next topic is hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons are the compounds which is made up of carbon and hydrogen only. So next, let's study the classification. Classification of hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons are classified into saturated hydrocarbons and unsaturated hydrocarbons. Saturated means, remember, between carbon and carbon it is single bonded. Between carbon and carbon it is single bonded. Unsaturated means, remember, between carbon and carbon it is double bonded, or else between carbon and carbon it is triple bonded. That is nothing but unsaturated. So remember, saturated means between carbon and carbon it is single bonded. Unsaturated means between carbon and carbon it is double bonded, or else it can be triple bonded. Saturated means it is nothing but alkanes. Remember, it is alkanes. Unsaturated, remember, it is classified into alkenes, that is double bonded, and alkynes, that is nothing but triple bonded. So remember, under classification, hydrocarbons are classified into saturated and unsaturated. Saturated means alkanes. Unsaturated is classified into alkenes and alkynes, that is nothing but double bonded and triple bonded. Next one is naming of simple hydrocarbons, that is up to carbon 5, that is carbon 5 atoms. Carbon 5 atoms, only so much we are doing. We are not extending, that is carbon 6, carbon 7 we are not doing. Only up to carbon 5 we are having under the syllabus. So this is one of the important part to know the alkanes, alkenes and alkynes. So before naming the compound, you have to know few things. That is nothing but you have to know root word. In some of the textbook it is given word root. You have to know root word. So root word is nothing but number of carbon atoms in that particular hydrocarbon. So how much of a carbon atom is there? Depending on that we tell the names. So example, if you take up methane, if you take up CH4, how many carbon atoms are there? 1 carbon atom is there. So we tell it as meth. Example, if you take up acetic acid, which you have already studied, acetic acid, it is CH3COOH. So CH3COOH, how many carbon atoms are there totally in the compound? 2 carbon atoms are there. So we tell it as eth. So depending on the carbon atoms, we tell it as root word. Depending on that, we go on giving the name for that. If carbon atom is 1, we tell it as meth. Carbon atom is 2, we tell it as eth. Carbon atom is 3, we tell it as prop. Carbon atom is 4, but. Carbon atom is 5, we tell it as pent. If it is 6, X. If it is 7, hept. 8, oct. Non. That is for 9, dec. It goes on. But you have to study until pent. You have to study, that is 5. So remember, meth, eth, prop, but and pent. Next part is suffix. Next part is suffix. Suffix is nothing but it indicates between the carbon atom whether single bond is there, double bond is there, or else whether triple bond is there. If between the carbon atom single bond is there, we give the suffix name ane. Between the carbon atom, if double bond is there, we give the name ane. Between the carbon atom, if triple bond is there, we give the name ine. So you have to keep in mind this part, that is root word and suffix, for the simple hydrocarbon naming. Root word is nothing but number of carbon atoms, and suffix is nothing but it represents between the carbon atom whether single bond is there, double bond is there, or triple bond is there. Let me start with naming of alkanes. Alkanes. Alkanes is having the general formula CN H2N plus 2. This is very important. You have to know the general formula. CN H2N plus 2. That is the general formula for alkanes. N represents the number of carbon atoms. Remember, N represents the number of carbon atoms. So H2N plus 2 so much represents how much hydrogen atom is present in that particular organic compound. So remember the general formula, CN H2N plus 2 is the general formula for alkanes. So taking the general formula, let us go on writing the compound. Now let me take N is equal to 1. N is equal to 1 is nothing but carbon atom is 1. So here I am going to introduce 1 in the place of N, and here also I am going to introduce 1. So what will be the formula? C1 H2 into 1 plus 2. So the formula will be CH4. CH4. So now when we write, this is the order how you write root word plus suffix. Plus suffix. So here you have to see in the compound how many carbon atoms are there. How many carbon atoms are there? It's one carbon atom. So the root word, one carbon atom indicates it's nothing but meth. It's nothing but meth plus. So here one carbon atom, so there is no one more carbon atom for the linking or whatever it is. And moreover, we have written under alkane general formula. So it should be a single bonded, that is nothing but suffix ane. So meth plus ane, so the name will be methane. So the name will be methane. Let's go to the second one. N is equal to 2. N is equal to 2. So introduce 2 in this area, 2 here. So here C2H2 into 2 plus 2. So the formula will be C2H6. C2H6. So the name of the compound will be root word plus suffix. So the root word is nothing but 2 carbon atoms. So it will be eth. So the root word will be eth plus. Since it is under alkanes, alkanes means we know that it is single bonded between carbon and carbon. Single bonded between carbon and carbon. So it is ane. So we give the name as ethane. We give the name as ethane. In the case of CH4, it is methane. Next one is naming of alkenes. Alkenes is having the general formula CnH2n. CnH2n. So same thing, N represents the number of carbon atom and 2N represents number of hydrogen atoms. Let's look into the first one. Let us take N is equal to 1. So introduce 1 here, introduce 1 here. So the formula what we get is C1H2 we get. So that is nothing but CH2. That is nothing but CH2. So this CH2 is nothing but methylene. This is nothing but methylene group. So this is unstable in nature. This is unstable in nature. So remember, because of unstable nature, we don't take N equals to 1, that is CH2 into consideration because of its unstable nature. So the first member under alkene is not CH2. It is not under meth. Let's go to the second one. Let's go to the second one. N is equal to 2. So it is C2. Introduce 2 here. Introduce 2 here. So it is C2H4. So between the carbon and carbon, it is double bonded because we have taken the formula for alkene CnH2n we have taken. So your 2 carbon atoms are there. 2 carbon atoms means it is nothing but eth plus. Since it is alkene, the suffix will be double bonded, that is ene. The suffix will be ene. So the name given for this is ethene. So the name given as ethene. N is equal to 3. So N is equal to 3 means it is C3, introduce 3 here and 3 here. So it becomes C3H6. So 3 carbon atoms. So 3 carbon atoms means it is prop plus it is ene. So the name given here is propene. So it goes on. N is equal to 4 means it is butene. N is equal to 5 means it is pentene. Let's do with the next one, that is alkyne. Alkyne naming. Alkyne is having the general formula CnH2n minus 2. So don't get confused with the general formula. Alkene is CnH2n plus 2. Alkene is CnH2n. Alkyne is CnH2n minus 2. So here, if you take up N is equal to 1, we get the formula 1 here, introduce 1, 1. So we get the formula C1H. So 2 minus 2, so we get 0. So this compound doesn't exist. So this is not there, that is under N1. Next, let's go to the second one, that is N is equal to 2. So it is C2, H2 it is, H2. So this compound is eth plus the suffix name ine. So the compound name is ethyne. N is equal to 3. So it is C3H4. So compound name will be propyne. N is equal to 4. That is C4H6. So it will be butane. But plus ine. So it is butane. So N is equal to 5. It will be pentyne. This is how we do the naming for alkane, alkene and alkyne, that is simple hydrocarbons. So that is root word and suffix you have to remember here. Let's look into the complete table of alkane, alkene and alkynes. Number of carbon atoms, N is equal to 1. Under alkane it is methane. Number of carbon atom, N is equal to 2. Ethane, ethene and ethyne. Number of carbon atoms, N is equal to 3, propane, propene and propyne. N is equal to 4, butane, butene and butane. N is equal to 5, pentane, pentene and pentyne. Note, methane is the first member under alkane. If they ask you the question which is the first member under alkane, it is methane, the second member is ethane, third member is propane. In the case of alkene and alkyne, there is no N is equal to 1. N is equal to 1 is not there. So the first member will be ethene, and in the case of alkyne, the first member will be ethyne. So this is one of the important question what they'll ask you, which is the first member or second member, third member they will ask you. If it is the first member, it is ethene, second member propene, third member butene. Don't get confused here with alkane, alkene and alkyne. The general formula alkane CnH2n plus 2, alkene CnH2n and alkyne CnH2n minus 2. So this is about the hydrocarbons. Let's look into the next topic, that is homologous series. So homologous series is nothing but a class of organic compounds, or else it is a series of organic compounds where the successive members have the same structure, same general formula, and the successive members differs by CH2 group, that is nothing but 14 units. 14 units is nothing but 12 is the atomic weight of carbon and 1 into 2. So totally CH2 is nothing but 14 molecular weight, that is 14 units. So remember, homologous series is nothing but series of organic compounds where the successive members is having the same structure, same general formula, and the successive members differs by CH2 group. It differs by CH2 group. Let's look into the example here. I've taken alkane as one of the example and alcohol as one of the example. So alkane, you know that it is having the general formula CnH2n plus 2. Based on that, I've written the molecular formula. First one is CH4, C2H6, C3H8, C4H10, C5H12. Methane, ethane, propane, butane and pentane is written. So according to the definition, it is a series of organic compounds. It is a series of organic compounds. Means if I take alkane, this is one series of organic compound. If I take alcohol, this is one of the series of organic compound. If I take alkene, ethene, propene, butene, pentene, hexene, this is one of the series of organic compound where the successive members have the same structure. So the successive members, if you take methane, ethane, propane, butane, whatever it is having the same structure. That is straight structure it is having. It is having the same structure, same general formula. Same general formula means CH4 is having the general formula CnH2n plus 2. Butane is also having the general formula CnH2n plus 2. So all the compounds and alkanes are having the same general formula, and the successive members differs by CH2 group. This is very important part under homologous series. The successive members means this two, this two, this. Successive members differs by CH2 group. Here if you take up the difference between methane and ethane, or ethane and propane, propane and butane, butane and pentane, you have to look into the number of carbon atoms. Here CH4, between CH4 and C2H6, what's the number difference in carbon atom? The carbon atom difference is 1. Here the carbon atom is 1, here the carbon atom is 2. So the carbon atom difference between CH4 and C2H6 is C. So hydrogen atom difference is 2. Hydrogen, 2 atoms difference is there. So it is CH2. If I take the atomic weight, this is 12 plus 2 into 1. So it is 14. So 14 units difference is there between the successive members. If you look into all the compounds, successive members, the difference is CH2. Here also CH2, CH2. Everywhere if you look into, the difference is CH2. That is nothing but 14 units difference is there between the successive members. Let's look into the next example, that is alcohol. No need to remember the formula, general formula CnH2n plus 1 OH. No need to remember. Here it is very simple. The alkanes, one hydrogen atom is removed. CnH2n plus 1. In the place of that hydrogen, OH functional group of alcohol is replaced. It is placed there. That's all. Let's look into the example now. CH4. One hydrogen is removed and we have introduced OH. One hydrogen is removed and we have introduced OH. That's all the thing is. Let's look into the difference here. The difference in successive members. C and here C. What's the difference? Carbon atom difference is 1. Hydrogen if you look into, here it is 5, here it is 3. So the difference is 2 here. OH and OH remains the same. OH and OH remains the same. There is no difference. So everywhere if you take up successive members differences, CH2, CH2, CH2. And remember, functional group remains the same. Functional group, here it is OH, 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 OH. So everywhere here it is OH. Here if you take up everywhere between the carbon atoms, it is single bonded. Because of the same functional group or the bond, the chemical properties remains the same. Chemical property is nothing but like it can be combustion, it can be oxidation, it can be substitution reaction, it can be addition reaction. That is nothing but chemical properties. So remember, because of the same bonding or else because of the same functional group, the chemical properties remains the same. Coming to the physical property. Physical property means density, boiling point, solubility, all this. Whereas, because the molecular weight goes on varying. If you take up here CH4, the molecular weight is completely different from C2H6. So the molecular weight goes on increasing because the number of carbon atoms as well as the number of hydrogen atoms increases by what number? Increases by CH2. That is 14 units. It goes on adding. 14 units goes on adding. So what happens here? The molecular weight goes on increasing. If you look into the molecular weight of CH4, it is 12 plus 4, so it is 16. So to that again add up plus 14. So that will be the molecular weight of ethane. So whatever the value you get, 16 plus 14, so it is 30. Plus again add 14, that will be the molecular weight of this. Again to that value add 14. So go on adding 14 units, you will get the molecular weight of the next member, that is next successive member. Characteristics of homologous series. The general formula remains the same. Example for alkanes, if you take up methane, ethane, propane, the general formula is CnH2n plus 2. Composition remains the same, means the elements remains the same. In alkanes, if you take up, it contains carbon atoms as well as it contains hydrogen atom. All the compounds contain carbon and hydrogen. Chemical properties are similar because of same functional group. If you take up alcohol, almost all the compounds like methanol, ethanol, propanol, all the compounds are having the same chemical properties. Molecular weight goes on increasing. When you go down, it goes on increasing because the number of carbon and hydrogen atom increases by CH2, that is 14 units. Physical properties increases, that is density, boiling point, solubility increases.